Good morning, Flosstube. My name is Mandy and welcome to my channel all about cross stitch. Today is Saturday, April 23rd. Where is the month of April flying? It's flying by. Today I'm wearing a cat lady t-shirt. On Catterdays we wear cat shirts. I was thinking it was gonna show up in my camera better, but it's not. I'm in a little bit of a different position in my living room today. I decided I wanted to get a little bit of a different backdrop, I should say, get some more cross stitch in. And again, I was thinking it was going to show up better than what it did, but right above me, right up here, is I was going to say it was my first full coverage project. That's not the case. Then I was going to say it was my biggest. That's not the case because my eagles are bigger than that, but it's stunning. We're going to move the camera just a touch so that you can see all of it. So bear with me here. We're going to do it slowly, but there's my fractal. I absolutely adored working on that piece. Okay, camera's back in place now. That is Fractal number 252, I believe it is, from Cross Stitch Collectibles. When I first heard about fractal stitching being a thing, I had this other one in mind that was going to have a ton of black. I can picture it now. It had a big heart on it that was gorgeous. Stitches. But when I was talking with the shop owner at Stitches and Things, she pulled up the website that she has access to for being able to purchase from, and that particular one was not there. But I found this one, fell in love with it. It took me about maybe 18 months or so to stitch it over the course of a couple of years, but I love it. I don't know how well you can tell, but this pink, that's surrounding it, that's the mat. I had no clue how I wanted to get it framed, but the gals at Michaels, my Michaels are geniuses. I was thinking I didn't want a colorful mat because it's full of color. Like, do we need more color? And out she comes with this bright pink mat. Sold. And then there's a black mat and a black frame. Been a long time since I've been sitting in this particular angle, so if you're new here you wouldn't have seen that before. I know I've done videos sitting in this direction, so some of my older videos have been sitting here, maybe at least sitting on at a table. Right now I'm sitting on the floor, but I wanted to be able to show that off a little bit better. So that is my fractal, one of my favorite pieces that I've stitched. So it's been 3 weeks since I filmed, and let me tell you, it has been a full coverage stitching 10. That's like pretty much all that's calling to me. I do have a new start that, funny enough, it is a full coverage. It's small, but I just realized it's still a full coverage piece. Funny. I do have one non-full coverage piece, but other than that, I've got three of my full coverage pieces with this new start, and another project, and then the new start. It is a gorgeous April Saturday. It is supposed to be like 80 degrees today in Michigan. But then, of course, because we're Michigan, it is supposed to be back into the 40s here in a few days. So we're going to enjoy the sunshine while it lasts. I have the sliding door open. So normally the last so many times I've been stitching, I've been sitting on my couch, which I am just a 180 switch. So my sliding door is now on this side. I guess the one downside to me sitting on the floor this direction is you're not going to have the couch behind me to see Stitches run across. If you're new here, Stitches is my black cat. When I held the camera up, I won't do it again, you can see this framed piece on the, just a piece of artwork that I bought at a store with a black cat. I love everything black cats. She's the best. She's the first cat that I've ever owned, and absolutely the best. And yes, completely biased opinion there. So if she comes wandering over here at some point, I'll try to pick her up so you can be able to say hi to her. But at the moment, she's sitting by the sliding door on the screen, or by the screen, enjoying that fresh air. Stitching, shall we get into it? So we're going to start with the new start that I have. This is a gift, and I'm really hoping my mom's not watching. Last I knew, she really hasn't been. So let's hope that she doesn't decide to start watching now. If she does, then I guess the gift is going to be given away. I had ordered this kit from the Stitchery. I don't remember. But it is a Mill Hill Buttons and Beads. It is the sand dollar. So there is a wooden bead charm, I guess it is. And then there's all kinds of beads in here. I was planning on having the beads out and I forgot. So here's the little star. And then we've got beads galore. Super nice kit. It literally comes with everything, including the needle to stitch with, as well as a beading needle. So this is the first, I don't know if I just said or not, first Mill Hill kit that I've done. Make sure that I hold it up right here for you. So here we go. So it is stitched on the perforated paper. First time that I've ever stitched on that. Going well so far. So I'm stitching it in hand. I was debating whether I wanted to, I've seen other stitchers get like stretcher bars, or I've even seen like a canvas where you like cut the canvas off and so then you use the wooden frame. But so far this is working out fairly well. I did put a couple of links in this morning already, and I think it's going to be one of those things of put in a few links and then move on to a different project. Especially when I'm working with tone on tone shades of beige on this blue perforated. It's a little tough to see, just in terms of, you know, I'm used to stitching on Ada, and so here I'm stitching on something with, there's decent sized holes. There's the back. So the instructions talked about drawing a line from corner to corner crossways and then to find the center. So you can see my little marking there, but for now, and, you know, beach, hey, why not throw a penguin on it? Needle minder was a freebie from Abby Topknot Stitcher Shop. And real quick, because I know she doesn't like to be held, say hi. See Stitch? Stitches, say hi. Okay, there you go. So it's interesting to be working on the perforated paper, but needle minder was just kind of the closest one. I've got this little metal, or this tin, it's actually moon pie, you know, the little snacks, tin sitting on my couch beside me that I keep backup needles and all kinds of little stuff at, you know, little stuff that you can keep handy, my little Ort cup, things of that nature. And so when I finish a project, I tend to just take the needle minder off and stick it in there. And so it was just, I wanted something small to put on it, and so that was handy. So that is Buttons and Beads. Oh, it's Buttons and Beads Spring Series, and it's the sand dollar. And so when you get the kit, the threads just come in like this long bundle. So I separated them out. And then of course, because there's multiple shades of gray, cream, there was a medium gray and a dark gray and a light gray. So it's, I finally got them separated out. Luckily they're no, the number of strands that come in the kit total are, you know, it was easy to figure out which one was which. But I put it on a thread organizer that I won this a couple of years ago from Christine Stitch All the Things. And I'm finally putting it to use. So that's working out well. And so you can see that they're numbered. And so I actually put this number beside the floss, like the symbol on the chart, so that I could know at a glance, okay, so number 1 is going to be for, you know, the symbol type of thing. Make it easier to keep those different shades, because you can tell, like, you know, So imagine a bundle having all of these all together. It took some strong light and, you know, trying to get those sorted out. So that is my sand dollar. Moving on. I adore this piece. Beautiful Things, Lindy Stitches. And I have all of the words done. That was my mission the last time that I picked it up. So I love it. Oh my darling, it's true. Beautiful things have dents and scratches too. So now that the words are done, it's going to be exciting to be able to, I don't know if I'm going to move down to the fence or that border. I don't know. We'll see. This is stitched on a piece of 16 count. And a second video in a row that I forgot what. Stonehenge? It's a bestitch me. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of material. But there are all the words. Oh my darling, it's true. Beautiful things have dents and scratches too. I love this material. You can tell that there's a slightest hint of pinks throughout there. I do wish that this portion, like right through here, there's some pink splotches that I wish it was down a little bit further, because I just don't see that being in the framed finish piece all that well. But it's amazing how this piece does not actually look that large, but it is. I couldn't believe that this material actually was gonna fit the entire piece. So, but yeah, there's my Beautiful Things from Lindy Stitches. Alrighty, and on to the full coverage. Also, one other thing that I guess has happened with me being out for the past couple of weeks, 3 weeks now, is I got new glasses. I love them. I definitely needed new glasses. The eye doctor said that the script had changed like 3 lines on the script, I think, basically. So I definitely needed them, and I was definitely telling from at a distance, because you can tell right there is my TV. So I sit on the couch with my, it's a 55-inch TV, but it was going from my stitching up to the TV. Funny enough, trying to read Jeopardy. See those big clues for Jeopardy. I was noticing the issues with, you know, distance. So and then I found a great way to be able to order prescription glasses online. So I've got an order of sunglasses on order, which is going to be great to be able to finally be able to wear sunglasses and still be able to see. So, full coverage. This was requested on my last video to make an appearance, and funny enough, by the time that I saw the comment, I had already had 1,700 stitches done on it. So in a matter of, because I got hooked. Once I got to working on this, I could not put it down. So maybe like 5 days worth of stitching or so, I got over 2,000 stitches. Shadow, this is for you. Mini Dark Goddess. Artwork is from Carol Cavallaris and charted by Heaven and Earth. Oh my goodness, those colors. I cannot wait to get down to the bottom area and getting into these oranges and that green, and oh my goodness. But for now, I'm still working on the top row. Oh yeah, milestone. I have completely reached the far right corner. So I've got the full width of it going. So it's still on the Q-snap. I'm not going to take that one bar off, but there's basically the full width of it. So my mission at one point was to stitch all the way to the right. And then, like I said, I got addicted and I could not put this thing down. So I kept going. So this is page, it's actually 2 pages, because the last page in the row, I want to say it's 4 pages wide. The last page is only 8 or 12 stitches wide. So I'm not gonna finish page like 3 and then do page 4 separately. Because of Pattern Keeper, I'm able to just keep going right all the way across. So I've worked, this is down into the page below, so I guess page 8, I guess it would be. But oh my goodness. So you know what? I do have a picture handy. If you'll bear with me a minute. Oops. From when I picked this piece up on April 3rd, this was where I was at on that page 4, like 3 and 4. I think that's what it is. Maybe it's 4 and 5. I don't remember. So we're gonna see my juggling skills here. And that's how much work I've gotten done. So this portion right here is going to be somewhere in here. Again, trying to juggle an iPad and stitching. That is so much work. Like I said, I've just gotten completely obsessed with working on this. So Shadow, here you go. I know you've been dying to see my updates on this, and oh my goodness. So because I'm just all on this full coverage kick right now. I don't know what it is, just all of my full coverage pieces are screaming my name. I foresee getting back to this, and we're not far off from yet another page finish. I'm loving it. Percent completed because I'm using Pattern Keeper. I was just looking at this number too, and now I forgot. It was like 27%, I think. 22%? Somewhere in the 20%. So this is, again, it's mini Dark Goddess. Materials, decent size. 16 count, full cross. 2 strands. All of my full coverage from here on out, well, all of my full coverages, but the rest of my pieces here, 16 count, 2 strands, full cross. Mini Dark Goddess by the late Carol Cavaleras. Those purples, I just keep getting drawn to the purples. Next piece. Oh my goodness. This piece, I'm in. Can you tell that I'm loving my stitching right now? All of my pieces. Of course, why would I keep stitching on something I don't love, but still. Mini Midnight Messenger. Artwork by Ann Stokes, charted by Heaven and Earth. Again, just want to mention this in case you're trying to find it on the website. Messenger is spelled M-E-S-S-A-N-G-E-R. She's stunning. I got a page finish. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen it already because I posted there. I also posted it in the Heaven and Earth official Facebook group. I posted it in Full Coverage Fanatics. So if you're in the if you're in the Heaven and Earth site, you probably really did see it because I've gotten so many reactions to it. It's amazing. For being 2 pages complete and over 300, last I saw it was like 340 some, likes, loves, whatever. And oh my gosh. So stitching. So it is still on the Q-snap, but I pulled off the 1 bar so I can be able to hold it all up. Because last weekend, I believe it was one night, maybe it was one night this past week, I don't remember now, I got that page 2 finished. So just looking at it, the depths into the woods, like it just looks like you can see right into the woods. The detail on that face. Now, I gotta be honest, it's kind of scary looking at that face right in front of you. When it's a foot in front of you stitching on it. And I think I mentioned this last video that I was actually kind of scared with the shades of pinks that were coming out in that face. But when you see it from a distance or see it on the screen, it is worth absolutely every single one of those pink shades. because the detail is just incredible. So I can't wait to get more stitched on this and start really bringing that woman to life. Over here is going to be the moon, so that's going to be exciting to get. Again, this is another one that's got a narrow last page, so this will be page 4. It's the edge of the whole piece is going to be somewhere, I don't have it marked, but somewhere over in here. So I'm just going to work the 2 pages together because that last page is not very wide at all. And so it's just going to be easy to keep working across. I have been working well into the page just because of, again, Pattern Keeper, able to keep following. See, what I've really been doing is I'll pick a symbol and I'll go as much as I can. I don't want to jump, you know, from here to over here. I'm not doing all of that. But if it's something that I can easily count to, and that's why really when looking at it, you know, from here, you can tell that it's like, wow, what kind of rhyme or reason am I dropping all the way down like that? And it's really just because of being able to pull a symbol and work all the way down. So it's just kind of been easy to work across into the next page without having to, you know, stop off the thread or something like that, just because, you know, especially when there's only a couple of stitches on the next page, it's like, why not just, you've already got the thread on the needle, keep going. So that is my mini midnight messenger, and I love it, absolutely love it. So the last piece that I have to share today, this is Mini Serenity Lane, artwork by Donna Gelsinger, charted by Hayde. I am working up here in this corner. I am still on page 1. I am like 6% complete on this. It's just so pretty. Serenity is the perfect name for this because it's just so serene. The colors are just so pretty. So again, I'm just working my way on page 1. I have gone across into page 2 a little bit here and there. Just kind of an easy way to follow the symbols and that. But I am working my way, filling this. I think it's a church steeple, because I can tell there's going to be a bell probably right around in here. But again, just looking at the colors on the screen is just, you can see the details of the trees a lot better than, you know, again, just looking right in front of it. It almost looks like that blurry picture that just, it's not in focus, is how I feel when I'm stitching on it. But when I hold it up, you can definitely tell that there's distance, you know, back into the trees. So I love it. Absolutely, absolutely adore it. Plans? I don't really plan. I work on what calls to me. I am definitely all about that. Stitch what you want when you want. I'm definitely thinking of getting back to Mini Dark Goddess so I can work on that tree. So hopefully next video you can get to see more update on that one. But I've actually already been thinking, I think when I get this, get done with this and get things put away, I'm thinking I'm actually gonna get back to my dragonfly clock. My newest full coverage that I started. This is Pain Free Crafts dragonfly clock. This one's calling to me now, so I'm thinking I want to get more on that. I'm definitely still working in that upper corner. I'm not very far along at all, so it's just still a bunch of khaki colors in there, so that's not really looking like a whole lot, but I'm definitely kind of feeling the desire to get to working back on that piece again. I keep thinking about, I still have my temperature bookcase to get to. Bookshelf. It's by Christie's Corner Needleworks on Etsy. And I love that design because of the whole, you know, books are every which way, and you can definitely tell, here's my bookcase. I've got books standing, you know, like how you would normally have them up like this. I've got books like this stacked. I've got them every which way. Stitches wants to say hi again. I don't know if you could hear her meow or not. Say hi. She was walking through here meowing, so I don't know if that picked up on the camera or not. All right, I have some haul. I've got to stop with the shopping. The finances are telling me to stop. So I don't know how much more I'll have, but for future videos. For now, here's my haul. This would be the April Lindy Stitches Bird Crush Club. So this month we have the black-throated gray warbler. And so this is a picture from the photographer that she's working with, based off of the inspiration. So here's another picture of that inspiration. Gorgeous, gorgeous colors. And here's the design. I've got to get to stitching on these. I have, I think, 3 of these now. Yeah, because I didn't get January. Was January's shipped to me? I don't know. I have 3 or 4 of these now. So I need to get back to work, or get to starting on these. So they always come with a hand-dyed specialty floss. And so this is a Threadworks. Gorgeous, gorgeous grays. And so that really is going to be the, hold it up right here. It's really just going to be the trees. So the branch and over in here. But I love it. And it comes with these adorable little stickers that are going to ultimately end up in my stitching journal, I'm sure. I've also been putting these on my floss boxes, so I've been putting stickers on my floss box, I should say. And then it came with her logo of the Bird Crush Club sticker too. So very cute. Last video I would have shown some haul that I'd gotten from 123 Stitch. There was a chart that was on back order, so that got shipped to me just about a week or so later. So this was totally one of those spur of the moment decisions. When I was on the website, I was looking through the what was on sale, and I spied this, and it was one of those, yep, I gotta have it. No clue when I'm actually going to stitch it, but someday. Whispered by the Wind is, I believe, is the designer name. Mary McDonald is the designer, and it is called Astronomer's Gate. Now, is this not perfectly macabre? Like, black cats, a gorgeous moon, a stunning gate, and all of those crows. It is stitched all in DMC, so that's going to be easy to pull from stash. But look at all of these other ones that are out there. So I've got Astronomer's Gate, but then there's Witch's Gate and Wizard's Gate. And then we've got Morning Tree, and then Beneath the Harvest Moon. So that's just some designs that are also available by this designer. Look at that dragon gate. And then we've got, what did I say that one was? Witch's Gate. And then the Morning Tree. Look at that tree. Oh my goodness. And then Beneath the Harvest Moon. I don't know if you can hear that, but a car's sitting out in the parking lot with music playing or something. But this is stunning. It's gonna be, that's not that huge. 119 by 126. So that's not too terribly large. But I may see a few start in my future. I guess that is actually something I can talk about, plans, that there's actually a number of whips in my stuff that I just need to, you know, take one, focus on it until it's a finish, you know, every few days or something like that. Because I've got Book House by Stonehouse Stitchworks that I want to get done. There's no reason that's taking so long to be finished. Moonshine, I really want to get that one finished just because I want to have it on my wall. So there's just a few whips that I've never had this many whips on the go. And so there's just a few that, like, there's so many new things out there that I want to get to stitching, but it's also like, okay, you've got some stuff out there that you need to get done. So that may be a focus. If I can stop, you know, picking up all of the full coverage and actually focus on something that's smaller that I can actually get to a finish, we'll see. Okay, then the next package is goodness that I got shipped, that I purchased. I got some great Happy Mail this week from our very own Lindy Stitches, Michelle. I won this as a giveaway from, she had a Patreon chat one evening, and she was giving it away. It's a Plum Street Samplers Spring Moon. Look at that moon. Those flowers. So cool. It is stitched in Weeks, Classic Colorworks, some DMC. So who knows? I may end up pulling some coloring cotton. Go through my stash. I've got some gorgeous blues that could be perfect for those flowers. So I don't know. We'll see. No plans to start this anytime soon at the moment, but it's so cool. Look at that bunny. It's just really cool. I had never seen it before until she had shared it and was gonna give it away to us. I was like, that is so cool. So that was a giveaway. The rest of the stuff that I've purchased from her, she posted for Patreon where we could purchase market releases that were, I don't remember how she had it. Basically, it was some of her market releases that she had that we could order before she was getting them out to, because there was some other stuff that didn't quite make it to all of the pre-orders and whatnot. But then also if there were any of her other charts that we wanted, we can go ahead and throw on there. And this is an older one, I think 2019, that I've wanted to stitch for ages, but for some reason just hadn't ever actually purchased the chart. And it's Rolodex Morning Sampler. Right? Yeah. Rolodex Morning Sampler. That willow tree, that gate, the moon. It's gorgeous. This one is stitched in Gentle Arts Classics and Coloring Cotton. When I do have some budget allowances, I think I'm going to have to get the specialty threads to do this instead of DMC, because the moon, I may actually have the moon. That was Mermaid's Fin. I feel like I may have that. But just the coloring of the gate and the tombstones, I just feel like hand-dyed threads is going to be worth that one. And then I bought, she had some thread drops with Vase from Thrace put on it, and so I went ahead and ordered these. There's, I don't know, 10 or 12, enough for the whole series, not series, all of the threads from Vase from Thrace, because they're Dinky Dyes. Dinky Dyes doesn't really have nice cards like you may have on your Classic Colorworks or Coloring Cotton to have the labels. So I definitely wanted to get these. So we'll be putting the Dinky Dyes on those. So they're all the same. It's just a number of, so I'll be able to write the color number on the back. It's just blank. And then she had again, it was for Patreon and her YouTube channel members, a pre-sale, or not a pre-sale, it was a live sale. I know she's planning on doing one for the public at some point when it fits in her schedule, but Bags Plus, they have some awesome products. So can you tell why I wanted to get this piece? It is all black cats. Look at those. Look at that black cat. All kinds of them. Another one. Oops, that one's hidden by the ribbon. So then this has a bunch of little pockets. I was holding that upside down. So it's got little pockets to be able to put all the bobbins in, and then a zippered pouch. Yep, a little, like a pen or a stylus. And then it all folds up. I forget now, I think this was called a Lila. I can be able to tie it up, and it folds up like a nice wallet. And then the last thing is it's not a bendy flip because those are the smaller ones. I don't remember what the name of this one is, but same concept. More black cats, Halloween. Look at that giant pumpkin right there in the middle. And then this one has like 25 pockets just for the bobbins. So I love it. Great, great package from Michelle. Thank you so much for getting all of that shipped out to me. Looking around at everything, I think that's it. Everything has been going really well for me. Working from home. That's a work computer whole setup, so I can't use that for personal use or anything like that. So we're filming on my phone. And because of the editing, I'm still using the whole show you everything on my iPad. Maybe one of these days I'll be able to have enough storage on a device to be able to do all of the editing. My computer is really old, so I wouldn't really want to take the time to use that for editing and everything. So, but yeah, not a whole lot to report here. I am very excited. My best friend has moved to town. She has lived about a little more than an hour away, and life brought her back to town. We've known each other since we were kids, and funny enough, she found an apartment in a complex directly beside me. I love it. She's not in my complex. It's another complex beside me, but literally I can pull out of the main complex entrance for my apartment, turn left, and get right into her complex. So literally within walking distance or quick driving. So love that she's literally right around the corner from me. We get to hang out and do stuff weeknights and all that good stuff versus, you know, weekends or whatever. So love that she's so close. Now I'm just rambling. I don't have anything else new to report. All is good here. Happy, healthy, doing good, stitching away. So we're gonna get back to it. I hope everyone is doing well. Keep stitching, and yeah, we'll see you again next time. Take care, everybody.